So you're welcome to the review of the Range Rover Sport. This is a 2012, so this was one of the last ones to be made. This was known as the L320 for the Land Rover buffs out there. And it finished production in 2013, so this was the last year that it was made. They've since upgraded it to the L494. So there's been a couple of changes in the Range Rover Sport. It was facelifted in 2010, and around about that time it was then offered with the 3-litre SD V6, which is this, and the 8-speed automatic box, which is a big improvement on the previous box. If you bought a vehicle around 2009, 2010, Land Rover are still putting some of the old boxes into the facelift models. So if you've got an early facelift, you might have the earlier gearbox, which is a 7-speed, and it's not as good and it's more prone to failure. I think a lot of them were about 90,000 miles and the torque converter would go, and that was a hefty, expensive job to get that repaired. One thing that will help you know the difference if you've got a early facelift and you're wondering if you have the new box or the old box, if you look down at the centre console, if you've got the knob that kind of comes out to greet you, the circular knob for choosing, and you kind of spin the dial. If you've got that, that's a new box. If you have got any kind of lever for selecting the gears, then you have got the old box. This is the 3-litre, which is slightly more powerful. So this is the 240 brake horsepower, whereas the 2.7s were 190. So there's a slight gain there. Okay, folks, let's take this for a spin and see how it goes. Start stop button to turn it on, and your dial here to select drive. So these are beautiful cars when they're all polished up. This is in black, obviously, and it gets dirty really easily, as you can imagine, with any black car, but it cleans up really well. I love the lines on it and then the grills at the side to let the air in. I like the side steps on this model that help you get in and out. If you don't have them, you wear your driver's seat down. There's plenty of models out there that have got the worn driver's seat just on the edge, with folks slipping in and slipping out. This is riding on the 20-inch alloys, which is alright. A little bit crashy over the bumps, but not too bad. This car comes into its own in various fields. There's various people who drive these, and for various reasons. One of the things is it's towing. If you do a lot of towing, this vehicle is phenomenal. It's got one of the highest weights it can tow. Braked, it will tow 3,500 kilograms. If you're towing that kind of weights, then you've not got a lot of choices. You've either got Range Rover, Discovery, which is pretty much a Range Rover Sport, is basically a Discovery with a different interior and different body. Or you've got the Defender, you've got a Jeep Cherokee, BMX5, and there's a couple of others, but there's not many if you want to tow that kind of weight. So it's great for towing. We use it for the kids. We love having the kids in it, plenty of space, got a really decent sized boot, lots of space in the back for the car seats. We do a lot of journeys, the weekends we'd maybe do 350 miles in the vehicle, and it's just great for jumping on your A roads, your motorways, hitting cruise, and you're just wafting along. This is no boy racer car by any manner of means. It is not the quickest car. If you're looking for a performance car, this isn't it. But if you've got something that's about 3 tons in weight, then there is a trade-off, isn't there, of what you want. Do you want something luxury and something nice to drive, or do you want something sporty and quick? I mean, this will get up there. Absolutely, we can give a wee run if this. We've got a lorry in front of us. What we'll do is, once we go through this 60 limit, we'll check if it's safe to do so, and if so, we'll proceed to overtake this. That's me. I'm not in sports mode just now, but That's us up. It's not shy at all. So it's great for touring, great for families. Off-roading, this is basically, as I said before, is basically a Discovery with a different body on it. It shares the same engine, shares the same gearbox, shares the same air suspension components, shares the same arms, brakes. You kind of see literally if you took off the body and swapped it with a Discovery, no one would know the difference. There's a nice refinement inside, which is the benefit of having the Range Rover Sport, with comfier seats and a little bit higher spec tech. So this comes with the TV in it, which is a nice addition. But it is a lovely place to be. If you do a lot of miles in a vehicle, then you would choose one of these. It's like driving an armchair. You don't buy this for the engaging driving experience, it's more for the being able to relax and do a long mile and get out the other side having felt like it's been half the distance it was. I've enjoyed driving it, and for the time we've owned it, it's been fantastic for what we've needed it. Downsides, what goes wrong in these? There's a couple of problems that I'll tell you about just now. Let me just pull in here and we can go over what they are. So the common faults on a Range Rover Sport, like all vehicles that share the SD V6 engine, Discoveries, Range Rovers, it has had the cracked manifold problem, which is when you ask for power from the engine above kind of 3,000 revs, the power is too great and it actually starts to crack the manifold with the pressure, and eventually it will start to open like a bag of crisps when you ask for power. That was one of the faults this has had. As I say, all Range Rover Sports and Discoveries over about 80,000 miles with this engine will have that, because it was a fault by Land Rover in the materials they use in the manifold, just a little bit weaker than it should have been. Handbrake can go in these again. It's a common problem, and if you don't maintain the back brakes, what eventually happens is the cables pull too far and end up getting kind of stuck on the actuator and under the back axle. Door actuators, I've done a video on the door actuator in the rear. Servicing costs aren't super duper. For a vehicle this size of engine, it's not bad. Make sure you get your oil changed, every kind of 10,000 miles, and keep on top of the handbrake maintenance. The lower arms on these, there's a rubber bush that will start to wear, and you'll know that it's gone because you'll hear a kind of clunking noise if you go over any kind of bumps. Again, somewhere between 80 and 100,000 miles, they'll start to wear out and start to clunk, so keep an eye on them. Apart from that, the vehicle has been fine. It is a big heavy vehicle, and it's going to need more maintenance than a small economical car, so you need to bear that in mind if you're buying one. Make sure you've got some money there ready for any kind of maintenance bills, because they do go wrong. Like all vehicles, they do wear and they have their weak points. The timing belt on these, 115,000 miles. The cost of this vehicle is about £13,000 just now, which is surprisingly good for a vehicle that's not got exorbitant miles and that's in such good condition. I mean, this vehicle brand new was worth over £60,000, and 8 years on, the interior has held up very, very well. The stitching in the seats, the leather, even in cream, usually you see vehicles with cream leather at this age and miles starting to fray and fall apart. Parking, my wife, when we first got it, thought she would never be able to park it. The wing mirrors in this are absolutely huge, and it is very, very easy to park with them. Also, the comes with a reversing camera, which is handy when you're trying to get into tight spaces. Front and rear parking sensors on this as well. Yeah, one of the other cool features I really like about this is the defrost feature. In the winter time, there is no better car to be in. You jump in, and it's got the heated seats, so you put them on straight away. Also, there is a defrost button here which puts on the front and rear heated screens, and it puts on the defrost function as well for your aircon. And also, if it's under 5 degrees Celsius, it will turn on the extra heater that's located in the engine bay, which will generate heat for the cockpit and also bring the temperature of the engine coolant up quicker, so that you're more efficient. It is nice to drive, you waft along, it's relaxing, it's not a stressful drive. The automatic transmission is punchy and it does its job very well. Off-road ability as well, it comes with your hill descent controls, it comes with your terrain response controls, it comes with air suspension, which sounds a little bit faffy until you want to get your granny in the car, and then you can slam it down using the buttons in the centre console, or you can raise it right up if you are going to venture off-road. These are very, very capable. Like, there's not many vehicles that comes close to a Range Rover Sport where you can turn up a fancy restaurant in style, where you can do a long distance run on a motorway with plenty of power for overtaking in A roads when required. But you could, well, at home, if you put a set of mud tyres for getting you up and down farm road and tracks, with decent towing capacity and decent space for the family and kids, and something that can take out cyclists very easily, then yeah, go for it. Figures: 0 to 60, 8.7 seconds. It's not bad. Again, 3-ton vehicle. Be fair, be kind. Miles per gallon: 30 to 35 miles per gallon. If you're on the motorway, you'll get 35, no problem at all, as long as you're not going too fast. Remember, this has the aerodynamics of a brick. Tax: £555 per year in the UK. There is a kind of idea with driving this car, maybe it's just in my head, but I kind of feel that I should be driving with this with a Barber jacket and that kind of upper class farmery kind of style. Maybe a pair of what are those wellies called? Not Barber wellies, are they? Kind of wellies. Someone let me know in the comments below. I'm not going to remember. Okay folks, thank you for coming with me on my trip to the shops and listen to me waffle on about the Range Rover Sport. If you have any comments or things we can do better, if you liked it, hit the like button and please subscribe to hear reviews and repairs on other vehicles. Stay safe. See you soon.